Oh God. Hello everyone, it's Adrian and welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty great. It's been quite a while, I've been posting a lot of shorts lately, but it's been quite a while since I last uploaded a full-on episode like this, so I guess we're back. Also, it's a new month. Hello July. Bye bye June. And yeah, as you see from the title, today we're gonna be talking about life lessons. And I feel like for the past days I just haven't had much time to sit and think. But when I'm working, sometimes I just like that's when I do my self-reflection, just like mentally, where I start to think about random things, or just random things starts to kind of like, I guess, pop up in my mind. And a few days ago I was just doing work normally and I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that I'm the kind of person that once I learn something, I learn it for once, and that's it. I move on to the next thing. I feel like with most of us, we go through stuff, and being a part of this human existence and about being a part of this world, there's this thing where I guess there's life lessons. I don't know if you believe in that or you don't. I do. I believe in that 100% because it's something that I see in real life and something that I experience. I believe that this life teaches us lessons and we shouldn't repeat them, and if we do, we're gonna keep repeating. If we don't learn the lesson, we're gonna have to keep repeating it over and over and over again until we'll reach to a point where we'll finally be able to learn the lesson. Then when we learn and excel in it, then we can move on to the next chapter of our lives. And I realize that I'm somebody, when life shows me something like this is not good for you, this person is not good for you, you should stop doing this, don't do this, do this instead. I'm the kind of person who tends to be very observant to the point where I see it, I acknowledge it and learn from it and move on. I'm not gonna repeat the mistake in order for me to fully get it. I feel like there's people that go through stuff, experience stuff, or even meet people, and then they keep treating them like crap over and over again, or they keep seeing that something obviously doesn't work, but somehow still goes, still somehow they still keep going back to it for some reason. And I am not the most wise person. I just got started with my early 20s. There isn't much that I can tell you, but from my experience, from the few years that I've been alive, one thing that I'm gonna tell you is that once something happens and it hurts you and it's not bad, you need to learn from it and move on to the next chapter. You know what I mean? And if you do not do that, if you don't learn the lesson, you're going to have to experience that over and over and over again and again and again, until it will finally click. Until it will finally click for you to finally reach to this point where you're like, I think I've learned the lesson now. I think it's time for me to move on. And this is not some kind of woo-woo thing. Like, you really have to learn the lesson in order for you to move on to the next chapter of your life. And if you do not, you're gonna be delaying your life. You're gonna be delaying your blessings. Things that you could have learned a long time ago, years ago. They're gonna keep happening to you over and over again in your adult life, in relationships. It's gonna keep coming back again. It's gonna keep coming back again and again and again, and it's all gonna look the same. It might look differently. It might show up in your relationship at work, with your relationships at work, or your work and your work ethic, your friends, your family, a relationship that you have with a spouse, a significant other, all of that. But once when you're like observant enough and you kind of like just sit and like observe and give yourself that time to sit and self-reflect, bless you. Anyway, not to you, to the person who was just like sneezing. Anyways, and basically be able to self-reflect, you'll realize that, oh man, this is trying to tell me something. Like, this is trying to tell me something, and I need to learn. And if you do not learn, it's gonna keep happening to you, you know? It's gonna keep happening to you over and over and over again. And again, you might think like this is some kind of like, I guess, woo woo stuff. I definitely do not believe in that. I feel like it's something that should be taken seriously, because it, again, like I just said, it will delay your life, you know? It will delay your life. It's like being in a relationship with a toxic person. They keep treating you like crap over and over again. They abuse you, you know? They keep abusing you, and if you don't finally get to this point where you'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna move on from this and find something better, that person is gonna kill you, you know? I feel like that's the perfect metaphor. Like, that person, at the last, like the last thing that's going to happen, they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you, because like, what else do you want, you know? They keep beating you up, treating you like crap, not respecting you, and you know it. You know, that's the funny part. You know it, you know that you should move on, but somehow you still don't. So it's gonna keep happening, and the last thing that's gonna happen is just you dying, and that's gonna be it. And obviously you don't want that. I mean, I wouldn't want that for you or anybody, and I'm sure you don't want that for yourself. But just think about it for a second. That's what it is. That's what it looks like. And the relationship that you have with yourself in life, in life lessons, looks like that, you know? Life will never stop showing you like, hey, you can improve here. Hey, this is not good. Change your ways. Do this differently. Blah, blah, blah. And it's up to you to self-reflect. Sit with yourself. That's why I will always encourage sitting with yourself, self-reflecting, you know? Sitting with yourself, self-reflecting, spending that time with yourself, and just like examine yourself, examine your behavior, examine your life, see what's working and what's not working, see what's going well and what's not going well. And if something bad keeps happening, instead of blaming everybody else in your life to why they keep treating you like that, to why those things keep happening, like, oh God, I'm so unlucky, why does this keep happening to me? How about you just sit with yourself and self-reflect and ask yourself, why does this keep happening to me? What am I doing wrong? What can I change? What can I do differently? Then from there, real growth will be able to happen. If you don't do that, you cannot grow, because first of all, you're not even aware, you know? How are you going to do self-reflection and improve and make your life better and learn all these lessons and move on from them if you're not even self-aware, you know? If you're not even self-aware. And this is extremely important, because these are the kinds of things that you see somebody is just like, oh, I'm just so unlucky, this thing keeps happening to me. You're not unlucky, you're just not self-aware. That's all it is, you know? Self-awareness is power. That ability to be able to sit with yourself and be calm and spend time with yourself, by yourself, not on your phone, not watching TV, just you and your mind alone, and self-reflect on your life, you for the past years, even months, you know, and see, okay, what has been happening, what has been going good, this has been going good, why has it been going good, this is why. This also has been going bad. Why has it been going bad? What can I do differently? What can I change? Is it my actions, my behavior, or my attitude? You know, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. But if you just sit there and you're like, oh my God, I'm so unlucky, all these things keep happening to me, these people keep treating me like crap, I don't deserve this, feeling sorry for yourself, that's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna do anything. Life will come, it will show you like, hey, this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you can improve on, this is what you can improve on, do something about it. And then you ignore that, you don't want to do anything, and it's like, grow up. And life is not gonna let you be, it's not gonna let you live until you do something about that and just like learn the lesson. You know, it's gonna beat in your head, beat until you learn the lesson. You don't learn the lesson, you don't move on to the next lesson, class, whatever you want to call it, chapter of your life, until you learn that. And bad things are gonna keep happening until you learn. You know what I mean? So now that I've went on a rant about all of that. I feel like this is the best way that you can do that, or the best way that I do that, how I self-reflect, be present with myself, and also grow from the lessons that life presents me, or just like use the opportunities that life has provided me with to grow and just live a much better, happier, and healthier life, you know? First thing first, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, is self-awareness. Be present. You're not present, you're not self-aware, you're not gonna notice it. Things are just gonna keep happening and you're gonna keep blaming everybody else but yourself. But if you're self-aware, you know, when you're self-aware, when you start to be self-aware, you will look, you're like, okay, this thing keeps happening. Why is this? Like, my self-awareness at this point is scary. It's genuinely scary. I'm not trying to say that I'm the most self-aware person out there, but sitting with myself and with how much internal work that I've done and continue to do, my self-awareness, like if something happens more than 2 times, 3 times, I'm gonna immediately catch on it and notice it and like, okay, what is this? Why is this happening? You know? So first thing first, you need to be self-aware. You're self-aware, you look around, you ask yourself, why does this keep happening? Then from there you can be like, okay, this is what's going on. You know what I mean? First thing first is self-awareness. The second thing that you can do is self-reflection. Again, that's where you ask yourself those questions. Why does this keep happening? What did I do this time? What can I do differently? You know? That's the most important thing. Self-reflection. First, you're self-aware, you notice it. Okay, this keeps happening. Second thing is self-reflection. You keep asking yourself, you know, it's like breaking everything down. Why does this keep happening? When did it happen? When did it happen first, and when did it happen again? And what can I do differently this time? Or did it happen with this person? How did it happen with this person? And how did it show up differently again? And all that kind of stuff. That's the self-reflection part, where you examine the whole entire thing by yourself, you know, by yourself. And then the third part is learning, you know. I would say that's the most difficult thing. I feel like some people can be self-aware and can even do that self-reflection part, but they don't actually take the action to try and change and implement the things that they've noticed, the patterns, and be like, okay, I see this person is not good for me, this place is not good for me, this behavior is not good for me, it's freaking destroying my life, so I need to change this immediately. Most people, they notice that, then they go back to the same thing. Why? Because it's familiar. Because it's familiar and because it feels safe. And that's one thing that our brain does, you know. That's one thing that our brain does to protect us. Our brain doesn't hate us. It likes to go back to what's familiar, to what you know, what you've seen before, and what your brain and nervous system is basically used to, because that's what feels safe, you know. That's what feels safe, and your brain does all of that, not because it hates you, but because it's trying to keep you safe. That's its job. But also you have to step in and be like, okay, no, this is not good for me, we're gonna change this. And I think actually changing those behaviors is where the real work is. This is what I mean. You have to be brutal with this thing. You have to be really, really serious. I take my self-reflection and just like me bettering my life extremely seriously. That's what I'm like, I have to go with. This is where I have to go to war with my own mind and be like, okay, this is not it. This is not good for us. We need to move on. This is not good for us. This is the pattern. It keeps on happening. I'm not going to engage with this person anymore. I'm not going to engage with this behavior anymore. I'm gonna stop doing this. And no, don't stop at once, because it's hard. If it's something that you've been doing for years and years, it's not the easiest thing to change that immediately. So what you're gonna have to do is you do it day by day. If it's a person, don't interact with them. First day, you give yourself that, pat on the shoulder. Second day, like that, day by day, you stop interacting and associating yourself with somebody that you know is not good for you. Day by day, you might slip up and talk to them again, or engage yourself with them again and associate yourself with them again, but you always have to come back to yourself and be like, that's fine, that's okay, I'm gonna do it again, I'm gonna try it out again tomorrow, and like that. But the thing that's gonna actually help you is you have to be serious about yourself improvement. You have to be serious about it. If you're not serious about it and you don't actually want to change your life, nothing's going to happen. Nothing. You actually have to treat this like a real job, like you're really serious about it, and like your life depends on it, like your life depends on it. So now you're gonna have to take the action. You stop engaging with the person, you stop associating yourself with the person, you stop engaging with the behavior, you stop doing it. Again, you don't have to stop at once. If it's a behavior or something that you do every single day and it's not good for you, you need to stop day by day. If you do the thing, or it could be anything, or the lesson that you need to learn, it's something that happens throughout the whole freaking week. You have to do, okay, I'm gonna do it 6 days. It could be alcohol, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna drink for 6 days. Then the next week is like 5 days. You keep bringing it down like that. Same thing, life lessons. When life is showing you something, don't do this instead, don't go this way and move like this, you have to treat it seriously and be like, okay, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna do this instead, little by little. But the thing is, in order for it to work, you have to take it seriously. Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, you do the self-reflection. And number 3, you have to actually take action and go to war with your own mind and go against what feels safe to you, to your nervous system and your brain, and actually do the other thing that's actually going to improve your life. I think I've tried the best that I can to make everything clear and give you actionable steps. And I hope you get to learn your life lessons, then move on, because that's the only way to grow. That's the only way to grow. Because if you keep learning the same things over and over again and you're not growing, we don't want that. We don't want to be set back like that. That's not good for us. It's not. And I can tell you how much my life has improved. That's why I feel like people always say that I'm really strict in relationships, platonic or not, just like a strict person overall. And the thing is, I have to be strict because I'm strict with myself even, I'm even strict with myself. Why wouldn't I be strict with you? I'm strict with myself. I don't want any distractions or any destructive behaviors, just anything that's not good for me. I don't want to associate myself with that. So that's all I have to say for today's episode. I love you. Take care of yourself. I hope you get to try it out and see how it goes for you, but it's really important. You have to take it really, really seriously in order for it to work. I really had missed having like a full chat like this and recording a full episode like this. I know you can hear some background noise. That's because I'm outside, and but I hope you get some value from this. And I love you, and I love you again and again and again. I just love you, and I hope everything works out for you. Wait, why am I talking like this? It's not weird, but it's like, okay, Adrian, calm down now. You don't have to make this super parasocial. No, seriously, I truly do care deeply for you guys. I truly do. But that's all I have to say. I love you. Take care of yourself. Like and subscribe if you're still new for more episodes like this, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm definitely really hungry. Like I'm really hungry. I'm telling you right now, I'm shaking. I need to go eat, but also I don't want to cook right now. But I need to go eat, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna eat, edit, do some stuff, upload this one, upload shorts and other things, and prepare for the next day. And that's gonna be it. And yeah, I also hope you get to enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, that's it. Love you. Bye bye. I'll see you on the next one. Sending you virtual hugs and kisses.